Okay, listen as well, okay. Hi, in this video I'm gonna talk about MEN syndrome, the multiple endocrine neoplasm. But then I'm gonna make gingerbreads first, and you'll see later why. Okay, so let's make gingerbread together. This is butter and this is Milo, because I'm substituting Milo for sugar. And I'm gonna go freehand on a lot of things, so let's see how it goes.
Measurements?
For measurement, we have 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of Milo, 3 cups of flour, some spices. While we are baking there, let's talk about multiple endocrine neoplasias. So what is neoplasia or neoplasm? It's basically when you have too much of your own cell, so they form a tumor, and if they metastasize, you call it cancer. Normally in a human body, you have a balance of the proto-oncogenes which try to make your cell proliferate more, and the tumor suppressor genes that make your cells proliferate less. And you also have this guy called DNA repair gene, which when there is a mutation that might lead to a neoplasm or cancer, it stops it by suddenly making the cell undergo programmed cell death, or they make your cells transcribe proteins that will repair that DNA to get rid of the cancer-making mutation. This is sort of an extra thing, but the famous BRCA1 and BRCA2, they are actually DNA repair genes. So people who have mutations in those genes, especially women, will have breast cancer. So how does this apply to multiple endocrine neoplasias? Well, in MEN1, you have a mutation in tumor suppressor gene on chromosome 11. So normally, this tumor suppressor gene should make your cells stop proliferating too much. But then you have a mutation on this, so you end up with tumors in multiple parts of your body, and especially your endocrine system. And that's why it's multiple endocrine neoplasia 1. And multiple endocrine neoplasia 2, you have gain of function mutation in the red proto-oncogene on chromosome 10. So proto-oncogene is the gene that has the potential to become oncogene, which is cancer-making gene when it gets mutated. So here we have gain of function mutation of the proto-oncogene, so they become oncogene, and you end up with tumors, especially in the endocrine system. And because the MEN2A and 2B are caused by the same genetic mutation, or it's mutation of the same gene, but it might be slightly different mutations, so you do end up with quite similar symptoms, as you'll see later. Except for the fact that patients with MEN2B has a few extra features. For example, the Marfanoid habitus or the neuromas. And here's where I cut the gingerbread with my cute cutter. Well, my brother got it for me yesterday so that I could make this video. So, here are my gingerbread men. It was quite difficult to make. Anyways, I'll start. So I'll start with the first man. And he has multiple endocrine neoplasm 1. Yes, M, E. Oh no. I can see how this goes. And 1. Okay, so what does he have? Well, in MEN1, they can have pituitary tumors. I'll label it here. Pituitary tumor. They can have primary hyper-parathyroidism. So you have 4 parathyroid glands. I'll dot it here. Primary hyper-parathyroidism. Too much parathyroid. And he can also get bronchial and thymic carcinoids. So carcinoids are these cancers that secrete peptides and hormones. And classically, you get too much serotonin, so you have stuff like diarrhea, etc. They also get cutaneous lesions. Maybe I'll change the color. So stuff on the skin, like lipomas. This yellow part is okay. Lipomas. Sorry, I don't like this liquid. Lipomas, collagenomas, and angiomas. Angiomas are sort of tumors of the blood vessel. They can also get pancreatic neuroendocrine tumor. So they can get bronchial and thymic carcinoids as well as pancreatic neuroendocrine tumor. And this is my crappy diagram of pancreas. Well, yeah, this is the tail. They can also get adrenal tumors. So stuff like, I don't know, adrenal adenomas. Probably should be a bit higher because it's above the kidneys. So let's have a look at our second man who has MEN2. More specifically, MEN2A. Can't open this. Sorry. Yeah. So like the guy with MEN1, they can also get primary hyperparathyroidism.
Are you not going to run out MEN2?
Oh, I shall. So 4 parathyroid glands. And this guy has MEN2. 2A more specifically. And they also get something around their neck, but this time it's medullary thyroid carcinoma. So medullary thyroid carcinoma are tumors that arise from the medullary, from the C cells of the thyroid. And it's really rare unless you have the MEN2 syndromes. They can also get pheochromocytoma. So it's also a cancer of the adrenal glands, but this time it's the medulla of the adrenal gland. So when you have pheochromocytoma, you get way too much adrenaline, and you get secondary hypertension. MEN2B is actually, well, quite similar to MEN2A. You have all the features of MEN2A, it's just that you have a few extra. So you have stuff like the primary hyperparathyroidism, you have the medullary thyroid carcinoma, and you have pheochromocytoma. But on top of that, you get other things. Like, for example, this gingerbread man is a lot taller than our 2 other guys, and that's because he has Marfanoid features, Marfanoid habitus. And this Marfanoid habitus is also a feature of MEN2B. And other than the Marfanoid habitus, they can have abnormal dental enamel. So their teeth can enamel. Yeah, thank you. Their teeth can be a bit different. They can get this thing called craniosynostosis. Basically, it's when your skull plates fuse too fast when you're a baby. So it can cause a bit of deformity of your skull. And other than that, they can get multiple mucosal neuromas. So these tumors from sort of nerve fibers. For people with multiple endocrine neoplasm 1, you get pituitary tumor, primary hyper-parathyroidism, carcinoids of the bronchial and thymus. You can have the pancreatic neuroendocrine tumor as well as adrenal tumor, and you can have some skin lesions, cutaneous lesions, for example, lipomas, collagenoma, and angiofibromas. For people with MEN2A, they also get primary hyperparathyroidism, but they have different features from MEN1, and these include the medullary thyroid carcinoma and pheochromocytoma. And patients with MEN2B have everything that MEN2A have, but additionally, they have Marfanoid habitus, which sort of makes them stand out, and they also get some skeletal problems, as well as neuromas. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed my video, and if you're wondering about my recipe, well, Milo is not as sweet as I thought, so you do need more sugar in here, and I think it's better with eggs. But all in all, it's pretty crumbly and it's nice. Thank you for watching.